Hi everyone, it's Gary Nicholson here with the Mountain Weather Information Service. This is your latest Outlook video updated on Friday the 15th of May. I'm sure you'll know the restrictions still in place regarding travel to the mountains, so make sure you're up to date with the current state of play. But for the time being, let's have a look through some weather. And for the week ahead, this is going to be another story of warming up across most of the British Isles as the airflow once again turns to the south, having had a northerly blast last weekend. We've still been feeling the effects of that chilly air through most of the last few days, although temperatures have tended to rise, and they'll keep rising as we head onwards into next week. This is the 850 millibar temperature, which at this point in time is corresponding to about 1500 metres in the atmosphere, so a bit higher up than our highest tops, and you'll see temperatures at freezing or just below at that level. This is through this weekend, but even at that level in the atmosphere, we're rising a few degrees above freezing point onwards into next week, so we'll be seeing the freezing level well above the mountains at this time, and some much warmer conditions on the way again by the time we get into the middle of the week. If I just run the sequence on, we'll see the airflow start to turn more to the south and southeast, and this is through the middle of the week, and your 850 millibar temperatures are up as high as 7 or 8 degrees, and that will mean that most of the mountains are looking at temperatures nudging to double figures. And in low-lying spots, some sheltered favoured locations in the western parts of the British Isles could well be into the mid-20s, with some local phone effect taking place over the mountains. Western Scotland, northwest Scotland, northwest Wales, the best spots for those highest temperatures. So if you live in those locations, lucky you, there'll be some warmth on the way, but it will be feeling warm for most of us through the middle of the week. Let's run through the situation. This starting off with the weekend. We've got high pressure to our southwest, and in the short term there is some rain in the forecast, which is something unusual in recent times. And for the western side of Scotland, some fairly persistent rain developing through this weekend. Low cloud filling in to really clag in across many of those western hills. Even some low cloud eventually getting in to the hills of West Wales and Cumbria too, with this sort of damp southwesterly conveyor belt that's just moving in off the Atlantic. Not huge amounts of rain in total, but as I said, western Scotland, where those fronts are coming in, that will be where some of the more persistent falls occur, particularly through this Sunday. Now, bits of various fronts still keep trailing through around Monday and Tuesday, although the tendency is that they will push further northwards with time. So still some patchy rain, drizzle and low cloud to be in the forecast, particularly across western regions of Scotland, generally dry across England and Wales at this stage through into Tuesday. Then as high pressure is stationing itself out towards our east, we're filling in the airflow more off the continent, so we're getting warmer conditions getting into the mix. The wind flow is a southeasterly. We may pop up the odd shower locally in an afternoon, say this is for Wednesday of the week ahead, but very, very isolated. I think most places would be dry. And as I mentioned, with that southeasterly, those localised effects taking place to mean some of those western areas will see some of the warmest temperatures across the country as a whole. Notice things changing though across Ireland, and this is around Thursday then, and there's some uncertainty with timing, but there's likely to be something of a front moving in, and that's starting to engage with that warmth and a bit of humidity, and there may be some thundery bursts of rain getting into the mix by the back end of the week, and we might just see a shallow trough of low pressure getting in there to break out some slow moving bursts of rain. The feature that's to the southwest of Ireland is very uncertain at this distance, but it just has some scope for lower pressure to move in more toward the British Isles by next weekend. We'll see how that develops though. It's a long, long way off in forecasting terms, just what that one can do at this stage. So I'll leave it there for today. Hope that's been of some interest to you, and we'll have another video online for you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.